Hello everybody, this is Adam here for A Strings, and we are joined today with our friend Ryan Haberfield, and we are going to tell you about an exciting new series that we are going to be doing through our channel. But first off, Ryan, hello, welcome to the
Thanks very
room.
much.
Welcome to the video room.
Thanks for having me. Hey everyone, how's it going?
I want you to tell people who the hell you are, and how we know you in A Strings, and let them know how much of an exciting and amazing rock and roll life that you've had so far.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully it's not the end.
Oh God, no, it's nowhere near the end. And then we'll have a little chat about what we're going to do.
Sounds good. So my name is Ryan Haberfield, and how I know the guys here is I actually went to school with Andrew. So I'm from 4 miles up the road, a little place called Llantwr. Me and Andrew went to school together, Bryn Clenog, many moons ago now.
If Andrew's watching, lots of moons.
And he wanted me to mention as well, once upon a time, we were in competing bands in the school, and my band actually beat his band in school at a competition. So
can we use that clip everywhere, Tom? Good.
Spread that all over. Yeah, it was the Eisteddfod, I want to say 1995.
Nice. So the Eisteddfod, for our non-Welsh viewers, school-wise was kind of like just an in-house competition, wasn't it? But
sure.
This
was like the Welsh, full-on Welsh
this was the
competition.
Big thing.
Yeah, we went to, I don't know, somewhere, and we were in competing bands, obviously in the same school. He's a little bit older than me, Andrew. Sorry, Andrew. And we were in competing bands in school. But yeah, so that, just thought I'd drop that in as well, because I know when I popped in just before Christmas, he mentioned it.
Did he bring it up?
He brought it up, yeah. It's still obviously sore. I think he still loses sleep.
Not like Andrew to hold a grudge at all. So, I mean, obviously the guitar thing stuck.
Yeah.
And was it, from school then, I'm guessing you just didn't stop, and university?
Pretty much. So I remember in school, back in school, you go to meet the careers officer. You remember those? Yeah. And they're like, right, well, this is this subjects you're doing, and you can go and be like an accountant, or you can be a whatever. What would you like to be? And I was like, I'm going to be a rock star. And that was kind of my answer at 13, and I carried that all the way through school. Left school, went to university. I did a jazz degree at the Welsh College of Music and Drama.
Awesome.
From there, moved to London, and the rest is history, if you like.
Yeah, so, and it's really funny because I had the exact same conversation with my careers advisor, and you could just see, like, she just had there's no rock star.
Answer. No, exactly.
It's like, okay, right, okay. So, I mean, obviously, we said at the start that you've been everywhere. You've gigged all around the world.
Yeah.
And we were trying to think when we started the video what we were going to sort of call you as a term.
Sure.
And session musician is obviously there.
Yeah.
Professional
guitarist
is there. But in terms of jobs, then, like who would I know that you've obviously?
So I'll ream off a few names.
Yes.
So I'll start. I'll start at the beginning, and I'll just work my way through. So probably the first artist I worked with on the tour was John Barrowman. This is going back quite many years.
Yeah.
From there, then I played with a guy called Tiny Temper.
Yeah.
Back in the day when he was at the top of his career, 2011, where I think he was one of the biggest artists in the UK. So I managed to jump on that and experience some amazing gigs.
Yeah.
Then from there, Jessie J is another one. Played with the Jacksons, Ellie Goulding, Liam Payne. I've worked with Andrew Lloyd Webber. Who else? Yeah, some others as well.
Yeah,
but that's kind of the gist of it.
Yeah.
So,
It's quite interesting that because I've heard you play, and we did a bit of recording earlier, and a lot of those artists are in the sort of the pop sort of side of things. Is that where you gravitate to style wise, or are you like a shredder who's kind of?
So I grew up playing rock music. I used to have long hair, baggy jeans. I was a metalhead. Basically, growing up through, grew up in the 80s, love 80s rock. That's kind of if I had to choose a favourite type of music, 80s rock would be it. So that is sort of, I guess, where my roots come from. However, to make a career in the music industry, you've got to be versatile. So
to
answer your question, that's a good question. I started as a shredder, fell into the pop world through a rap artist, through Tiny Temper. They were looking for a rock guitarist to bring rock into rap.
Well, that's the thing, and a lot of the rap stuff, and there's a lot of hip hop artists. Live stuff now will use this kind of rock foundation. I mean, Stormzy, Rabia played with Stormzy in the live performance. I can't remember what the festival was, but I mean, it just sounded absolutely incredible.
Absolutely.
And they're just two genres that really do suit
They
each
mix
other.
really nicely together.
as a
And
thing.
that was kind of it, really. I think it was America was doing it, so they wanted to try it in the UK, and I knew the guys in the band, and you know, being a rock guitarist,
Yeah.
I sort of just slot into that, and I was really lucky. That was kind of, even now with all the other people I've played with, I think back to that time, and I was kind of given free rein. You know, it's just like play kind of wherever you want.
Yeah.
So I did have loads of solos, you know, down in front of the stage with the flying V, you know, just going for it, shredding. So yeah, I was lucky to have that as well. It was sort of, as much as when you're a session musician, you're not the artist, but it's kind of as close as you could be to being a rock star, if you like. So I nearly got there, that career's lady. If you're watching this, I nearly made it.
Yeah. And not so much with me, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm on the YouTube now, so don't worry about it. It's all right. You did your job. You did your job. Work experience was great, by the way. So now,
Yes.
obviously, we've had the last 2 years has been sort of upside down for touring and gigging and things.
Yeah.
So what's your sort of day-to-day work when you are home and you're in Wales?
So I do a lot of like recording from home. So a lot of people I've hooked up with in London when I lived there, and you know, do recording, that sort of thing. I teach guitar. I have an online business as well where I have courses and lessons. So I spend a lot of time working on that, delivering live streams, writing material for that, and the world getting back to a bit of normality. This year is looking like there's gigs coming back in, because the last 2 years has been pretty much a write-off for live music. So yeah, this year there's a few things floating around. I've had a few phone calls, so we will see what the year brings.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool. So we're going to talk about loads and loads of things over the next few episodes. I think we're planning, you know, we're going to plan some really cool things with you in terms of sort of how to survive, you know, how to survive touring and things, and obviously live rigs in different scenarios.
Yeah.
Really, really interesting things. And obviously the fundamentals that we should know as guitarists.
Absolutely.
Because you guys watching, you might be, you know, you might be at Ryan's level, you might be at my level. You might be starting off and not have an idea, and there's nobody better than Ryan to sort of to tell them, to tell you how to do it. So we're going to cover loads and loads of ground. But what I'd like to sort of start off with, because we've seen a little bit of it in the introduction, is I want to talk a little bit about the rig, your little rig, and then, because I know we will discuss it later on, and then I want to let people know about your courses, your online courses, and then obviously you're going to have lots and lots of time with these
I'm looking
wonderful
forward to
people.
it.
Yeah, and that's going to be brilliant. So we've already got clips of you playing. There would have been something at the beginning, and you got a really cool rig, and it's something that we've chatted about before we started, about being an amazingly versatile rig, especially for someone like yourself who literally will have to jump on a plane and go somewhere. So you might be able to see it in front of us just here, and we're just tell us about it. I'm not gonna take the thing.
I'll kind of give how I've ended up using it. Let's just start with that. So over the years, I have been the person with the Marshall stacks, you know, lugging them up club staircases. As you get older, your back isn't what it used to be. So, you know, I'm constantly looking for, I don't want to say the easiest or the lightest version to around. You know, when you carry stuff yourself, you end up to a point where you just want to take what will work for the gigs. And so I've been there. So we had a little chat about this previously, talking about the Tiny Temper gig. For that, I use an absolute beast of a thing. 2 Boogie 4x12s, had a big 32U rack full of Boogie preamps and trays of pedals. It was all MIDI switching, so it actually hooked up to the laptop, so I didn't actually press any buttons. Off it went. You know, they press play on for pop music, you have a lot of backing tracks where, you know, sound effects come out. We actually hooked my guitar rig up to that, and it automatically just changed itself. So I could run around the stage, be at the end of the arena, and it blew my mind. Actually, if anything, it changed sounds quicker and better than I would if I was pressing myself. It was amazing. So I've been down that road, but obviously with that comes this problem. Something breaks. It's really hard to fix it quickly. You know, I have backup rigs, but on the road, things just go wrong. They do. You know, unfortunately, I've had damaged guitars, amps break, everything you can ever imagine break. I can guarantee that it's happened to me. So over the years, then touring with these big rigs, big pedal boards, in 2015, I got the gig with Jesse J, and again tried to take loads of guitars, but the production company were just saying to me, we need to limit what you're taking because most of the gigs are fly dates. You know, if you're in the UK, you have the luxury where you can transport stuff. If you have to jump on a plane and go to Indonesia or, you know, Tokyo or wherever it may be, you need to be able to take stuff, of course, to a minimum. And they mentioned the Kemper to me. And being a bit of a purist at the time, I was very much like, no, I want to keep my amps, I want to keep my pedals. But they're like, let's just have a little go with this. So yeah, Kemper sent me a profile into the house, and yeah, the rest is history, if you like. I've been using one of those then since 2015, and for what I need to do for my job, it is absolutely amazing. It gives me all the sounds I need. I've travelled with just a USB stick, so I worked with an Italian artist, and boarded a plane with a couple of my guitars and a USB, got there, plugged it into the Kemper that they'd hired for me, and there are all the sounds. So
Yeah, it's crazy.
it's amazing what it can do. So that tends to be what I use for the touring stuff.
Yeah.
Number one, it's super versatile. I get all the sounds I need. I can program shows as well really nicely. So the way I set stuff up is, if I had a 20-song set list, I would have a different bank for each song, which allows me to program all the specifics of sounds within each of those banks. And to touch wood, is any wood? It's never let me down. I've never had one fail. So that is the other thing. It's super reliable, super versatile, and they weigh like 7 kilo. So if I ever have to carry it myself, it's not going to break my back. So the Kemper is what I use the majority of the time these days.
And in actual fact, for the recordings that you will have heard and will be hearing through this video, we took a left and right out of the back.
Yeah.
XLRs straight into our field recorder, and that's it. You know, everything else is done in the Kemper, and that's the sounds. And you pretty much just went to a patch, and that was it.
Yeah, it was just. I think it was nothing. It was just something I had on there, and it was like, off we go.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. It's like any piece of gear though. You kind of need to know what you're doing with it. And I'll say this, just generally, if you're buying pedals, once you buy a pedal, learn how to use it properly. Because see, a lot of guitarists who buy all this gear don't have a clue what they're doing with it and wonder why it doesn't sound really good. So you do need to spend, even if you just buy a delay pedal, spend the time with that pedal to really get to know it. Obviously, the Kemper is a lot more involved. There's so much going on, so you need to get used to it. But when you do, it is absolutely awesome. I love it. I want to say, this is a bold statement, possibly the best bit of gear I've ever bought in my life.
Okay.
Yeah, possibly.
Well,
if not, I think it probably is.
Well, we're going to hold you to that. And also, this sounds like a sell, but we are also Kemper dealers here. But the one thing that we would love, and if you would be happy to, is for you to do a couple of little deep dives into Kemper rig.
Yeah, absolutely.
For those of you out there that maybe haven't had your hands on, I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't used one before. For us to sort of see, how you would do it in practical terms, rather than sort of, looking through the manual.
For sure. Like, and it's like any piece of kit, once you just have to invest a little bit of time with it. Not like, weeks on end, but give it a bit of time. And the more you get into it, then you find out where everything is. And it's like, oh, that feature. Then it's amazing. It blew my mind, to be honest. And I noticed a massive difference from when I was using an amp on. This was Jesse's gig. Because what happens as well, if you're doing fly dates, you don't take an amp because you can't go flying an amp everywhere. So they get stuff, whatever's in the country. In some places, they might, you might turn up and it's some old battered Fender amp, which doesn't sound very good because the valves are old. Yeah. But at least with the Kemper, no matter where you are, it always sounds exactly the same.
Yeah.
Which is massive.
Exactly. And here's a little clip now. So the other thing that we did mention as well is that you have your online course.
Yeah.
Now, you are going to be doing some really cool videos for us in this little series, but tell people about your course.
Sure.
We're not precious.
Yeah.
We want you to,
thank you so
let
much.
people know about what you do and all the different things, because yeah, you've got your live streams, you've got your masterclasses. So yeah, let people know.
Thank you.
And obviously everything will be included in links below, so you can get onto Ryan's masterclasses and channels from here. So please tell us.
So I run an online business called fretlicks.com. Fret like the guitar fret, licks like kind of like Netflix. Fretlicks.com. For Fretlicks is kind of for any guitarist of any level. We have beginners courses, post-beginner courses. I call them improver courses. If you want to learn how to play a guitar solo, I've got a course on that. I'm not actually sure how many videos, like 500 videos on there by now.
Wow.
So yeah, there's a lot of stuff on there for everything from blues through to rock. Up for, like I said, for all different levels. We have a nice community of people at the moment. Also then, within the membership, we do masterclasses once a month. So coming up, I'm doing 80s rock. I can't wait to do that one.
Yeah,
We're doing like acoustic fingerstyle. I've done blues, funk. Every month we look at a style, or some of the members might ask me, can we cover this? And I do an hour live stream on that. Everything's with like workbooks, backing tracks and the lot. And then every 2 weeks as well, we do a Q&A live stream. So if there's anything you're struggling with, you get to ask me and I present it through the live stream. Also, you're able to submit your play in and I'll critique it as well through the live streams as well. So it's a great, everyone that's on this so far, they've improved so much. I actually can't believe how quickly people are improving. My dad, for example, he doesn't like me to throw him under the bus. So my dad's sort of been my guinea pig.
Okay.
Also, he played guitar many moons ago, and since the business has been going about a year now, so I've sort of said to him, can you just start from the beginning and see how you get on? So Christmas Day we went over and we did jamming. He's done Purple A, Sweet Child of Mine with backing tracks, and he's been playing about a year. So it's I'm really kind of passionate about it. I love sharing the knowledge. Like I've been doing this a long time, got lots of experience, lots of tricks of the trade as well. So yeah, it's a great place to learn. If you want to come check it out, you get 2 weeks for free as well. So
that's cool.
There's literally no, if you don't like it, you can just cancel really easily with any time within a fortnight.
So is it a subscription basis?
Subscription basis, yeah.
That's cool. So you can just and once someone's subscribed, can they just do as much as they want? Is it just access to everything?
Unlimited access to everything.
That's
so
cool,
we have monthly and yearly. So yeah, you can just check out all the prices and stuff online, but it's literally, you have access to absolutely everything. We have a private Facebook group for members only where everyone can share their playing, ask me questions. So it's, it's not just one of those things where you have an access to a course. You literally get access to myself as well, like questions, and all the time. So if there's people stuck with things which come up when you learn guitar, you post on the Facebook group, and I'll come back to you with one of the other members will as well, because some great players on there as well.
Yeah, and that's really cool. There's been some courses, like I've done online courses for some of maybe like the singing stuff for stuff that we do, and you get sent a very old series of videos that you can see is very old. And that's it. You're paying the same price now as it's still like maybe a couple of £100 or something.
Yeah.
And it's just that same sort of library of videos from a long time ago.
Yeah.
And that's it. You don't get there's no sort of person to speak to. So it's really cool.
Yeah, you get all that support, and I think the courses are great and everyone loves them, but it's sort of like the live streams seem to be the most popular part. It seems where everyone really gets a lot out of, because the thing with even like a Q&A session, it might be something you ask me, which 10 other people are thinking who hadn't thought to ask you, learning from other people's questions as well. So it's my favourite part of the business, to be honest. It's my favorite. I always really look forward to doing the live streams because I get to chat with everyone as well in like a messenger box. So, it's I love it. So yeah, please come and check it out, fretlicks.com.
That's amazing. So that is fretlicks.com. So everything that we've just talked about is going to be in the description below. We will be sorting out an exclusive A-Strings discount for you, but stay tuned. I'm sure that by the time we do this and edit it, we'll have something in the, in the description box below. But going forward, I think we were saying that we are going to plan on sort of gear tutorials.
Yeah.
You're going to sort of give us your knowledge about touring and sort of life on the road and things like that. That's probably going to be, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay, wicked.
I'm looking forward to sort of just like, it's almost like survival story,
survival
stories of staying on the
Tales
road.
of the road.
Yeah, exactly. But we're going to do them. We're going to have Q&As, which is probably going to be me and you.
Yeah.
But we'll pull we'll pull questions from you guys from the comments and things like that. And we're planning on, I think 10 we said.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Who knows?
This could be...
The sky is the limit.
Exactly. Exactly. And you'll be on payroll soon.
Oh,
that's the thing. That's the thing.
I have to give Andrew a ring.
Yeah, exactly. But that is it. This is Mr. Ryan Haberfield. We're going to call you professional session musician of the world. That's what we're going to call
from South Wales.
From South Wales. But that's the thing. Hey, we're keeping it local as well, which is brilliant.
Love that.
But that is it. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
no,
for coming
thanks for
down
having me.
and
Yeah, it's been my
spending the day with us.
absolute pleasure.
And you're taking over now, so
look out.
So the next episode is going to be Ryan taking you through. I'm sure will be a very, very knowledge-filled and insightful video. We don't know what it's going to be yet.
Yeah, let's hope so anyway.
But
you're picking it up now.
This is your man. I'm gone from here. Yeah. So that is it. I have been Adam for A Strings. We're a small guitar shop in South Wales in the UK. Our Facebook is A Strings Guitar Specialists. astrings.co.uk is the website. Don't forget fretlicks.com.
Yes, perfect.
.com. We're global.
.com. We are global.
And we are at A Strings UK on Instagram. Come follow us there. Make sure that you check out Ryan's course online, and you're on all of the social medias.
All the socials, yeah, YouTube. We have a free Facebook group as well, so even if you just want to just jump in the world for a bit, you know, there's no subscription for that one. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, etc.
Amazing. And that is it. I'll see you in one of our videos coming up soon, and you'll see Ryan in one of his videos coming up soon. And I'm dead excited. So we'll see you soon.
Catch you later.
Bye-bye.